You might be aware of the North Perth Church vision, and that is the 3 pillars of knowing and loving God, knowing and loving each other, and knowing and loving our community. Now, I've already talked about the knowing and loving God, the growing in our understanding of who God is and his desire for us to know him and to seek him, as Jeremiah 29 would share, to seek after him with all of our heart so that we can find him and discover more about him. But now I want to talk a little bit about the knowing and loving each other. And that's just a longer term for what we would suggest is church. Now, you might consider church to be different sort of things, like maybe it is the people, or maybe it's the program, or maybe it's the building that we worship in. And we do call the building church, right? We call it a church building or church. We're going to church, a place. But really, let's have a look at what Acts chapter 2 says about church. Acts chapter 2, verse 44, 46, and 47 says this. It says, "Now all who believed were together and had all things in common. So continued daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising God and having favor with all people. And the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved." I love this idea of, people gathering together because they have something in common. And that's what church is, isn't it? It doesn't mean that we're all the same. It doesn't mean that we act the same, we do things the same way, all this sort of stuff. But it's very similar to, let's say, if I was to go to the gym or join a bicycle club. I would have bicycle riding in common with those people, but I wouldn't necessarily be the same as them. I'm at a stage in life where I have a wife, I have a child, I'm thinking about her schooling, I'm thinking about all these other things. Other people might be students thinking about their future. Maybe they're, if I join this bicycle club, we're different types of people, similar to church. We have a vast range of generations represented at our church at North Perth. We have a vast range of cultures represented, which is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And that's really what it means by, and they had all things in common. When they have all things in common, it means they have Jesus as the center. It means they want to discover more about Jesus. It means they want to worship together. They want to build community together, and they want to share that community with others around them. That's what it means about being a church. So I want to encourage us today to continue being a church, to knowing and loving each other, to understanding that, we're all in different areas of life, and how can we share together the beauty of what God is doing in each of our lives. I hope this message has been a blessing to you, and I hope to see you this coming Sabbath at North Perth Church. A quick announcement before I sign off. We do have Pastor Niku coming, not this Sabbath, but next Sabbath. So I hope that you're able to come along and listen to what Pastor Niku is going to share, because I know that it's going to be blessing, and he's going to discuss the God-given talents that you and I receive and how we can practically and wonderfully use them to glorify his name. So hope you've been blessed today, and I hope you'll continue to be blessed by walking with Jesus each step of the way. God bless for now. Bye.